All right, so our plantains have been cooking away here now for about 15 minutes. You can see the bacon is very prominent in there. There's also onions and garlic and heavy cream and some chicken stock. So what we want to do now is just take a masher by hand and just kind of smush them down a little bit. And so they're going to have the consistency basically of mashed potatoes when they're all said and done. Just because it's so dang good, we're going to add a little more heavy cream, about a 1/4 cup, and 1/3 of a stick of butter. And then we're going to hit them one more time with some salt and pepper. We're going to give this a good stir, and as soon as the butter melts, we're going to stuff them back into their skins and they'll be ready to put on the plate. All right, here's our finished product on the mashed plantains. So bacon, onion, cream, oh God, how good can it get, huh? So it's all cooked and you could actually serve it just like this. Just for presentation purposes, we're going to take it and put it back into the skins, and so it'll give the place a nice little worldly look. So when you walk into any barbecue restaurant, there's always a bar at the back, and it has onions, pickles, and jalapenos. So we want to incorporate all those things into our meal. We want to do them different. So we're going to caramelize onions, and then we're going to fry the pickles and the jalapenos. So we're going to line the bottom of our plate with greens, but instead of using collard greens, we're doing everything different. So we're going to do spinach, and it's just a very simple recipe made of spinach, olive oil, garlic, onions, and some fresh mushrooms. Olive oil is warmed up, it's moving around the pan very freely now. And so we're just going to add some garlic. Oh, about that much looks good. About 1/2 of a large onion. And we're going to let these heat up until they start to turn translucent. Remember, we started with just onions and some fresh garlic, and we got it to kind of got translucent. Then we threw in some fresh mushrooms, and those are now starting to look nice and moist. And next thing we need to do is just add some fresh spinach. And then we're going to turn down the heat. And I'm going to just cover it with a large lid until all that wilts down. Well, we're now going to do the jalapenos. And these are just fresh jalapenos, and all I've done is slice them up. We're going to get them wet and throw them in a basic batter package, which is like a fish fry. And then we're going to dump them in some hot grease and give them a quick fry. And we're going to repeat the process we just did with the jalapenos, only this time we're going to use dill pickle strips. So we're going to have fried jalapenos and fried dill pickles. This is my newest toy. It's an electric smoker by Traeger. And instead of using logs or wood that you had to stay up all night and make sure the temperature stays right, the Traeger grill uses wood pellets. You can get them in different flavors, from oak to garlic to these happen to be mesquite. You fill up the little deal, you turn it on smoke, and this brisket has been in here for 16 hours. And all I did was season it and throw it on the smoker. You can feel the fork go right through it, as tender as can be. We wanted to do something different. We didn't want to make a traditional barbecue sauce. So we met this guy, Mad Mike, and he distributes this barbecue sauce out of Conroe. And we got his habanero flavored barbecue sauce. So we're going to go ahead and pour 2 parts of habanero flavored barbecue sauce. And then to spice it up, we're going to do chili sauce that's used in Thai food. So you can find it in Thai food restaurants all over town. We're going to blend these two together, and it's going to give a really big kick to our brisket. The brisket's been covered in spices, some of that Asian barbecue sauce we talked about earlier, and then put on that smoker for 16 hours. So it has now come off. It's nice and well done and tender. So we're gonna cut it into some thick slabs there, because we're not gonna serve it sliced like you'd get it traditional, because we're doing everything a little different. So we're gonna lay them over, and we're gonna cube each of these. And each patron's gonna get some cubed barbecue on top of their spinach greens.
For more information and complete recipes, log on to www.htexas.com.